Hello and welcome to Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
A weekly podcast and YouTube channel where we discuss all things Wrexham.
So sit back, put your feet up, relax and let's get stuck in.
Hello and welcome to episode 178 of Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
Oh, we both paused then, like we were going to ask the other one how they're doing.
Well, usually you ask me first.
How are you doing?
All right, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Our dog's a bit ill at the moment, so didn't get to bed till went to bed about 2 a.m. And our dog decided to be sick numerous times at 5 a.m., between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. And then I think I went back to bed for an hour and a half. I sort of feel like I look like I've just been dug up. That's how I sort of feel. Anyway, it's not. I'm not important. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah. You're progressing well, aren't you?
I'm doing all right. I've had my dressing taken off last week, and it's a hefty old scar.
It is,
but I don't think it's gonna. At the moment, it looks massive, but I don't think it's gonna be that big once all the healing has done.
No, very neat, I think I called it.
That's what everybody keeps saying. Well, I say everybody. I haven't been flashing my hip off to everybody. Obviously, family. I've shown family. And the district nurse that came to see me, She said that it was a very neat and tidy job, which you'd expect from a professional.
Yeah, you would, especially someone who's got professor in their name.
And does like 3 hip operations a day or whatever that he does. Anyway,
what is coming up on this week's show? On
this week's show, we talk about our trip away to Lancashire to Preston, to face Preston, breaking ground on the new COP. We round up last week's club news and we preview our games against Hull and Watford this week, and also we do the quiz. But first of all, let's get into this week's episode of
Welsh Word of the Week. Yeah,
Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week. Yeah, you know when you do something and you instantly regret it in your life?
I said I was going to clip it up.
Yeah, you did just
Welsh
Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week. What is Welsh Word of the Week in Welsh?
Oh, yeah, well I was going to do that on a future episode. I thought that would be quite a good thing. So,
okay. We'll leave that then.
We'll claw that back, what you've just said, and then maybe we'll use that in the future, perhaps. So we had the creator of this section, someone called Mr. Make Me on YouTube. He messaged last week after last week's episode.
I don't think he is the creator. I'm sure it was a woman who messaged in and said about it.
Oh, was it?
I'm sure it was.
No, I'm sure it was this guy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Oh, God. I don't know now.
Controversial.
Anyway, he said, fantastic episode. Glad you're both back together in the studio. Oh, it was a woman.
It was? I think it was Glenda.
No, I'm not sure who it was. Oh, I've credited someone else there.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to go back now and work out who it was just
Apologies
to credit them.
to the actual creator.
Yeah, sorry. Fantastic episode. Glad you're both back together in the studio. I love that Welsh Word of the Week is back. Surely the audience deserve to learn the word microwave in Welsh. Right.
Well, it's not popty ping.
That is where we're going to fall out.
Yes.
Because there is a general consensus among lots of people that the Welsh word for microwave is popty ping. Now, popty ping actually translates as ping oven, basically. Okay. Now, so that's what people seem to think the Welsh word for microwave is. It isn't.
I bet a lot of Welsh people think that is that as well. Who don't speak Welsh, I mean.
There might be people who have adopted it that are Welsh speakers, but it isn't. That isn't the word for microwave in Welsh. The word for microwave in Welsh is macrodon. Okay.
Oh, I like that better.
Do you?
Sounds like a I don't know, action hero.
Macrodon. Anyway, that is the actual word
Like
for microwave
Megatron.
in Welsh. The pop-de-ping, I don't know where that came from and why people use it, but that is not the Welsh word for microwave. So
There you go. Myth smashed.
Yeah, debunked. But yeah, I don't know where it came from, but that is not the Welsh word for microwave anyway. But there we go. But I know what he was alluding to.
Pipty ping.
Yeah.
Pipty ping.
Pipty?
I can't even remember what it is now.
Popty.
Popty ping.
Yeah. Anyway, the Welsh word of the week I've chosen this week in homage to Arthur's amazing performances over the last few weeks. I have chosen the word. It's sort of, there's two words that we can go with here, but so I'll teach you both. Gôl geidwad.
Gôl geidwad.
Very good. That means goalkeeper. Okay.
Shock. Shock horror.
Gôl geidwad. A lot of it has been shortened over time, and they tend to just call it golwr.
Golwr.
Golwr, yeah.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah. So Gôl geidwad is the full actual word for goalkeeper, but golwr tends to be what they actually use in the media. So there you go. That's your Welsh word of the week.
That's easier for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Welsh word of the week. Welsh word of the week. Welsh word of the week. Welsh word of the week.
Okay. Shall we move on? I think I have to bring that out every week now. So
Before we do move on to the news,
yeah,
I would like to thank Karen
yes,
and Chris Rouse
yes.
for their attempts at last week's Welsh word of the week.
Oh, have they sent some in?
They have.
Have you got them?
I do.
Come on then, get them out.
So we have, first of all,
what was last week's Welsh word of the week? It was 2 words. Oh, gwastraffu amser?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So this is... Hang on.
Turn your volume up.
Oh, hang on.
Not bad, I hope. Anyway.
Oh,
love you guys. Keep
oh.
up the good work.
Oh,
Hang on, right.
this.
Right,
Hey
you ready?
guys, big love from down under. Here's an Aussie tries the Welsh word of the week. So here we go. Gwastraffu amser. Not bad, I hope. Anyway, love you guys. Keep up the good work.
Brilliant.
So that was Chris.
Fair play to Chris. That is, I would say that's as spot on as you can get.
I did reply back to him and I said 10 out of 10.
Yes. Yeah, very good.
And this is... Oop, this is Karen.
Ryan and Sean. I don't know how to say it. Gwastraffu amser.
Ofnadwy.
So those of you who don't know, Karen is actually married to a Welshman.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm sure he was correcting her and things.
He said ofnadwy, which means terrible. That's what he says. But thank you very much for sending them in. Yeah.
Hopefully they've come across okay on the.
Yeah, they should have
on the
done.
audio.
But yeah, I didn't know we had them. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with them. Well done to both of you.
Yes,
Very good
well
attempts.
done.
Well, if I was going to give a winner out of the two, which I don't know why I've painted myself into that corner, but I've got to say it now.
I don't think you can do that.
I am going to.
Okay.
I would say, pronunciation-wise, I think I would have to give it to Chris. Not that Karen didn't do very well, but I think pronunciation-wise, I would have to give it to Chris there. But Karen, don't hate me.
I mean, the fact that your husband said it was terrible, it just sort of... I don't think it was terrible. I thought it was really good.
No. Hang on a minute. I'm not jumping on the terrible train. I am just saying that out of the two, I felt like the pronunciation was better with Chris. Karen's was still very good. But I am just saying out of the two. Because you did say last week that we had to pick a winner when people were doing it.
We did. So Chris is the word of the week champion this week.
I would say so, yes.
Oh.
Sorry, Karen. Sorry. But yeah, so Gôl geidwad is this week's, or golwr. If you want to send your attempts in, you are more than welcome to, and we'll rate them on here. News, anyway, we've just
Ryan will rate them because I have no idea whether you're saying it right or wrong, to be honest.
Look, we've officially broken ground on the new cop. I've been waiting for it patiently, and we finally got it. And that was the picture of
all the people that won't be doing anything.
Yeah, loads of random people who no one knew they were.
A lot of them back office staff.
Yeah. Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, right. But there was like council there. There was like people from McLaren there, all holding the ceremonial picture, holding the shovel or spade.
The CEO was there as well.
On top of the ground. Been waiting for that picture. If I'm completely honest, I don't completely understand what breaking ground is, because obviously they've been working on it for ages. I'm assuming breaking ground is the point when the build officially starts.
The cement or the footings are done.
Right, is that what it is?
I think that's what it means.
Okay, so we've officially broken ground. It is December.
There's not much work going to be done in December, surely.
I would have thought so. They've got to crack on, haven't they? They've got to get it done.
Yeah, but we've got like at least 10 days where,
interesting to see whether they're working between Christmas and New Year. I would guess a big company like McLaren will be. I don't think they're going to shut down. But yeah, I think this is possibly the point from now on where we start to see big things happening.
Proper things happening.
Actual building.
Yeah.
Which is what you sort of maybe someone naive like me when it comes to building sort of expected maybe months ago to sort of actually see stuff happening. We drove past it on Saturday morning. But the murals, by the way, are fantastic.
So good.
They're great. There's lots of. If you haven't seen it, we'll try and get a picture and put it up on our socials. But
it's quite difficult because it's very long. So we
it's
can't get like a one picture.
Yeah, really long. So all the way along that cop site, you've got like Stephen Fletcher, Ben Tozer, Paul Mullins there, Ollie Palmer,
Ben
Foster, Luke Young's there, Parky's
Jordan
there.
Davis.
I don't.
He wasn't there.
No,
which
I don't remember.
Quite
I don't
bizarre.
remember seeing. No, but yeah, there's loads of players. The murals are great. They had a team working on it. But yeah, they're fantastic. But yeah, we drove past it. There wasn't really much activity we could see going on. But we'll keep you up to date with what's happening with the COP. But yeah, exciting now. I think it's finally. I'm hoping by the end of January we're actually going to see
structures.
Something going up where you feel like, here we go, we're off and running now, which I'm assuming is what breaking ground actually means.
When we see the cement mixers and stuff like that turning up, you kind of
We've had some of them though. We have had some of them because they do that. They do that grading, don't they, on the ground where they mix in like a mixture of like concrete powder and other stuff, and it just strengthens the ground for when you're doing that. So yeah, anyway. FA Cup draw. So the third round FA Cup draw, which Wrexham enter at this point in the competition. The FA Cup draw is today, Monday. The show itself starts at about 20 to 7. They anticipate the draw will happen at 7 p.m. GMT. And then we'll find out who we're going to face in the third round of the FA Cup. Very excited for that. So if you're watching this episode as it comes out, I will not feel bad if you want to pause it at 7 p.m. and actually go and see who we're facing in the FA Cup. But yeah, exciting times. Straight into the third round of the FA Cup. Never happened in my lifetime, so yeah, I'm excited for that. Arthur Okonkwo, we've been talking about Gol Gaedwad early on, but he's been nominated for the PFA Championship Fans Player of the Month award for November, for all his clean sheets, all his saves. He had a great performance again on Saturday away at Preston. I know that's in December and doesn't count towards this, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. He's been fantastic, though, hasn't he?
He has. I voted for him.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, I haven't as yet, but I will get that done, unless it's already closed.
I don't know.
No, I'm not sure. But if it hasn't, search that out and actually go and vote for Arthur, because it's well deserved for the month of November. The club started their 12 days of Wrexmas, didn't they? So every day there is prizes up for grabs. They email you every day, put it on social media what the prize is for that day. There's been some all right prizes so far.
Apart from the first one, I think all the other prizes have been really good.
Yeah, there's been like I know there was a hospitality for 2 people at a game.
Clog-eye jewellery.
Yeah. There's been some decent stuff. The first one baffled me. The first one, the prize that they were giving away was a HP Smart Tank printer that had been signed by all of the players who signed for the club during the summer.
Oh, I didn't, yeah.
Yeah?
To be honest, though, a HP printer's probably, like, quite expensive.
Couple of £100.
So,
I don't think I wouldn't call it expensive.
If you want a printer, you might be in the you know.
It's the signature bit that threw me. Who wants a printer that's been signed by players? You're not putting that in a display case, are you? I suppose maybe it's nice to have that in your office. If you've got a home office or you've got an office and the printer that you've got in there is signed by a couple of Wrexham players. Yeah, all right, maybe. But, I mean...
I'm assuming it's still functional.
I would guess so, yeah.
Just make sure if you do have it in your office, whoever won it, you do have it in your office and you happen to have a cleaner...
they don't
clean the printer.
Yeah.
Because then it'll just be a printer.
Yeah, I know. It felt like such a. It's like you're not putting a printer in your display cabinet at home, are you? Because
hey, people are weird. People do weird things.
People are weird.
People are weird.
Quick shout out for that. We're talking about the FA Cup. The Wrexham Academy have already won their 3rd round match against Port Vale. They beat them 5-1, so they're into the 4th round. They're going to face Southend or Swindon in the 4th round. All of the big names are still in there. Your Liverpools, your Man Cities, all of them lot. Really great to see the Wrexham Academy, which is hopefully the future of our club, doing well in the competition. Big shout out for the women as well. Big 4-2 win. They might have played again since this, which is why we don't mention the women that often. We did mention on our live yesterday, didn't we, that we will talk about the women a little bit more over Christmas because they have a break and it's good to sort of catch up and see how the women are doing. But an amazing 4-2 win last week for them. But yeah, it's all smiles at Wrexham at the moment. I think we're all doing...
It's all good.
Yeah, so let's go on to Preston anyway. Starting 11?
The starting 11, so we had Okonkwo in goal. Back 3, Cleworth, Hyam and Scar. On the right, we had Barnett. On the left, we had Captain McLean.
What did you think of Barney coming in? We did talk about this a little bit on our live on YouTube. How did you feel about Barney coming in? Longman's obviously been doing a pretty decent job in Issa's absence, but how do you feel, Barney coming in?
It didn't really bother me.
Ambivalent.
Yeah, because it's like, they're just as good as each other. Yes, they do have different like skills or whatever, but I think they both bring to the table or the pitch what we needed, and I think Barney did really well, to be fair. Yeah,
he did. I thought he was great. I think sometimes I would like to see a bit more of Barney. I think because he's got that extra little bit of pace. He's a little bit more tricks and flicks.
He does his little feet tricks, doesn't he?
His little feet tricks, yeah. More so than Longman. Longman's a little bit more no nonsense. Get the ball in the right area, cross it. Which sometimes that is what we need. I did say that against Blackburn. Again, in a few of the past few games, it sort of felt like we were crying out for a bit of Barney, a little bit earlier, and a little bit more. Not to say that he's better than Longman, and I want to see him instead of Longman, but I think sometimes, especially towards the end of a game, tiring fullbacks, you want Barney sort of attacking them a little bit. I think with a little bit more pace.
Yeah.
But yeah, midfield.
We had Sheaf. Dobson, Thomason.
Yeah.
And then we had Broadhead, and then Moore in front.
Yeah, so for you, at the moment, if you had to pick one, let's say Sheaf and Dobson in the starting 11, okay? You had to pick one. Are you picking Thomason or are you picking O'Brien? What's your gut? If you're picking your Wrexham 11, who are you picking out of them two?
Thomason, I quite like... I don't know. It's really tough because, again, they bring something.
They bring something slightly different, I feel.
They do. I think I'm going to go... I literally cannot answer that question. I don't want to answer that question. But if you had a gun to my head, I'd say Thomason.
Okay. I think it's a very much a horses for courses scenario because for me, I think George... If you're playing James McLean, I feel like you have to play George Thomason because I feel that George Thomason offers Jimmy more protection on that sort of left-hand side. He tends to veer across and he tends to protect Jimmy a little bit. We all know Jimmy's pace isn't what it used to be. He's never been the quickest of players, but he is getting burned from time to time by some quite fast wingers. I feel like Thomason very much protects Jimmy in games. So if Jimmy's playing, I feel like George has got to play as well. I also feel that when Libby comes back, we'll see more of Lewis. Lewis is very much reminds me of sort of like an Ollie Rathbone or that sort of scenario, or the way that sort of James Jones used to play a little bit, where they'd sort of tear off in, there, and they're, full of energy, lots of running in them. George Thomason's got energy and can do that, but I feel like he's a little bit more measured in what he can see around him. Mm-hmm. I think his vision of the game in front of him is perhaps a little bit better than Lewis O'Brien's, and hence why he can offer that little bit more protection. Like I say, when Libby comes back, I feel like Lewis is the one that perhaps will get more game time. Very hard to say, and we'll just have to wait and see. I feel like George is potentially going to get a better run in the team than Lewis at this present moment. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that is because Jimmy's having a run in the team, but we will wait and see. And I think we'll wait and see what happens with that. Yeah. Obviously, Barney came in for Longman. Dobson and Thomason replaced O'Brien and Matty James from the previous game. Broadhead kept his place, which I was happy with.
Yeah, I'm glad about that.
Because I sort of feel like he's been playing well. Josh was on the bench. It couldn't have been a better start, really. Talking about Jimmy, cross from the left by Jimmy with his right foot, sort of deceived everyone a little bit. Keeper sort of stuck a hand out. Keeper did really well to put it in because it was sort of, the keeper touched it slightly away from his path and he had to adjust his feet, knocked it in, 4 minutes in, 1-0 up. Happy days.
One of the goal that Keeper scored, past games, that goal could have easily been missed by Kiefer.
Yeah, I get your point a little bit, because sometimes it sort of feels like we've had games when nothing's gone for us, or there have been the odd little chance here and there, and it could have easily sort of skewed off his foot. That could have. He had to adjust his feet really quick, and he did really well, even though it looked a really simple tap, and it wasn't quite as simple as it sort of appeared. First goal since his hat-trick as well against Coventry, so it's nice to get him back amongst the goals. I think that's what you need for a striker. You don't need a striker to be scoring every single game, week in, week out. Would be nice.
Well, yeah.
But 99% of the strikers aren't Erling Haaland, so they're not. Even he didn't score on the week. He didn't score on the weekends, but so you're not going to get strikers who are doing that. but you just want them keeping their eye in every now and again. You don't want them going on this dry spell of 5, 6, 7, 8 games without scoring. So it's nice to keep your striker in amongst the goals, I think. Dan Scar should have made it 2. Corner, free header, managed to put it over the bar. I think it ended up... I think he ran a little too early, and he sort of had to crane his neck back a little bit. He put that over the bar. Lewis Dobbin, we picked out before the game. He looked very good in the first half. And he ran from his own half. Great block by Dobson. Moore nearly went clean through before Okonkwo made a really good save down to his left. There was just no let up in that first half.
It was just literally just left, right, left. Because it was like, well, it was like, wasn't it? We said this on the live yesterday. It was like watching well, you said basketball, but I said ping pong, because it was literally like Preston had the ball, Wrexham had the ball, Preston had the ball, Wrexham had the ball. It was just like, oh my God.
It was. It was just relentless, one way then the other. There was a few consecutive balls into the box, few consecutive Arthur punches. Then somebody had a shot and it bobbled past Arthur, and then Jimmy was on the line to clear it away.
Thank God for Jimmy.
Arthur made a great double save just before half-time to deny Preston again. And we went in 1-0 up, and it just felt a bit fast and furious, that first half.
Yeah, I don't like... I mean, I love it when we're up before we go in for half-time. But it's like, oh, you've got a long time to keep hold of this goal.
You've said
without conceding. It's sort of like seat of your pants type of thing.
It sounded like you said senior pants. I think you said...
Seed of your pants.
Seat of your pants.
Seed of your pants, innit? Seam of your pants.
I thought it's seat of your pants. The seat of your pants. Well, that's interesting.
Well, this is weird.
Why don't you Google that while we talk about... I'm sure it's the seat of your pants.
I thought it was seam. I actually said...
But you said seed.
I did say seed.
And it sounded like you said senior. So I think one of them is probably correct, but I don't know which one.
By the seat of your pants.
Yeah, that's what I always thought it was. Seat of your pants. There you go. You've learned something.
Oh, shut up.
Well, I didn't. When you said that, I genuinely didn't know who was right. Because I was like, I've been calling it seat of your pants for like years.
Everybody, I think Ryan did know he was right and just wanted to prove me wrong.
100% did not. 100% did not. I thought it was one of them moments where you sort of go, God, I've been saying it like that for years. I didn't know that it was the other one.
So I've been saying it wrong for years.
Yeah. That's been happening.
Still saying it, don't care.
No.
Seed of your pants.
What does that even mean?
The seed of your pants. I don't know.
Seed. I can't help you there. I'm genuinely, I can't even go. The seam of your pants. I could make an argument for you there. Seed of your pants just makes zero sense.
I don't know.
No, we're going to move on.
Let's crack on.
Look, we at the second half, we nearly made it 2-0. You've thrown me with seed of your pants. We nearly made it 2-0. More shot saved by the keeper, and the follow-up header by McLean was sort of clawed off the line by Everson.
I cheered.
You did.
It was what was that game where it was last a couple of weeks ago? Was it the Blackburn game?
I think it was the Blackburn game.
That was McLean again, wasn't it?
It was McLean again. It was McLean header into the side netting. Jimmy was sort of going, it crossed the line. I was sitting there. I was like, I don't think it did. But obviously, currently, the ref has goal line technology, so he knows whether it crossed the line or not, and it didn't.
But at this time, I don't have goal line technology, so I didn't know that it hadn't gone in, and I did cheer.
So Jimmy has caused 2 members of my family in the last 2 games to cheer goals that never actually went in. Yeah. What else happened? Then we thought Broadhead had scored. And he hadn't. Thierry Small then nearly did score. He hit a volley off the post, which was a great volley.
Do you think Thierry Small is named after Thierry Henry?
No, I doubt it, because He's in his 20s, I think. Thierry Small. He might be, you know. Yeah, he might be, I suppose. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Is he French?
No, I don't think so.
He's got to be, hasn't he?
I don't
He's
know.
got to be named after. No, I don't mean he's got to be French. I mean he's got to be named after Thierry.
Not necessarily. I mean, just because he's ended up doing the same profession, I don't think necessarily. He could just have French ancestry, couldn't he?
And then the surname Small.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Thierry Henry, it sounds, you know.
Yeah.
But Thierry Small.
Thierry Small, yeah.
Anyway.
Look, there was a tactical switch. So this caused quite a kerfuffle when we did our... when we were doing our sort of final whistle yesterday. We had loads and loads of comments about this, and it did cause a bit of a... I can't think of a better word than kerfuffle. If I'm honest, because
Conversation.
yeah, quite a bit of conversation.
A debate.
Yes. So Preston switched, made some subs around the hour mark, between 60 and 65 minutes. They switched to 3 up front, which basically then made it 3-on-3 at the back, with our 2 wing backs obviously tucking in when they were needed. Lots of people commented that Parky's reaction to subs took a long time. Now, it's a strange one because we did have a lot of sort of conversation and debate about this, because Parky is very much comfortable when it comes to subs with being reactionary. So he's never the first one, never usually the first one to make subs.
Unless there's been an injury or something.
Yeah, or something major's happened in the first half and he makes a couple of subs at half time. That is very rare as well. So normally the opposing team will make subs, like I say, around the hour, around the 65-minute mark, and then Parky will react to that. Now, there's 2 ways of thinking here. That you wait for the other team to make their subs, you assess it, you see what they've done, and then you react to them subs and counter them with, because usually when teams are making subs, they're making a bit of a tactical switch as well, especially if they're making 2 or 3 subs at, around the same time, which Preston did. They switched to sort of 3 up front. The issue a lot of people had on Saturday was that Parky then waited to 78, 79 minutes to react to that. And a lot of people felt that gave Preston quite a good foothold in the game, and we came under a lot of pressure after that. It's a difficult one. Parky is obviously comfortable reacting to the opposing team's subs. A lot of people would argue that would it not be better to be on the front foot and be the first one to make them subs and force the other team to not do what they want, but to have to react to what we've done. But that's what Parky's comfortable with. People on Saturday just felt that he waited too long to do that. But I don't know. It's a difficult one. Me personally, I would like to be a little bit more front foot at times. Mix it up a little bit. Sometimes be the first one, be on the front foot, make the other team assess us and look at a lot of people would argue we don't have a lot of tactical tweaks in us, or Parky doesn't anyway. Hence why we're reacting to subs a little bit more, because we're very rigid in the way we play. I don't know.
A lot of the time we do question Parky's way and we all have an opinion and da-da-da-da-da. But I just think it works a lot of the time.
Yeah, it does.
What he does works. And I just think we all have to put our faith in him. And he has, there are... Basically, what's the saying? There are methods in his madness.
Yeah.
Is that the right saying?
A method to
his madness. Oh my God.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Do you know what I would have loved to have happened then? you'd said that but used the wrong words, and then we were googling another sense saying.
I'm sure there'll be some more as we.
Yeah, maybe. Look, McLean's crosses caused loads of problems all day, to be fair, and he nearly set up our second goal. Thomason header just sort of faded just wide. Okonkwo made another good save from a corner, and it sort of marked a spell of pressure from Preston that seemed to last longer than I was comfortable with. Because they were pushing up until a certain point. It was as if it was back and two. Looking at the stats after, they didn't really back that up.
No.
Preston had loads more shots than we did, loads more corners than we had. I think the corners count was like 16-2.
Yeah, it was.
The shots were like 20 odd to single figures for us. So, but it felt very back and two. But it got to a point in that second half where it didn't go back and two. It was very much them.
Yeah.
And Arthur made another brilliant save where he stretched out to his sort of left-hand side to tip it wide. For all our good defending and Arthur's good keeping, I did feel the goal we then conceded, 81st minute, was a bit soft. A poor clearance, we give it away.
Yeah.
Crossing, we had the chance to deal with it, and we didn't deal with it. And one header bounced off somebody else, and it just fell to the lad's feet, and he just tucked it away. Preston had the momentum, but I still had a feeling that we could still win it. We could still break away and win it. Look, we didn't. And it broke a little bit of a run that we had because we had been alternating wins and draws since the Oxford game. It had gone, I'll have to read this because there's a lot of words here. Win, draw, win, draw, win, draw, win, draw, draw. So it did break that cycle. If you were a betting man or a betting person, you would have banked on us winning on Saturday to continue that sort of cycle and that run, but unfortunately not.
It's better to have WD
than a couple of L's in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's still a really good run, I think.
It is 9 games unbeaten now in the league, which is mental. We've scored 10, only conceded 5. The only team who haven't lost in the last 9 games. The lowest losses, apart from us, is 2. So we haven't lost any in the last 9. There isn't even a team who've only lost 1. The lowest is 2 losses, and that's Coventry and a couple of others who've lost 2 in that time. Lowest goals conceded in that 9 with 5. One of only 4 teams in single figures for goals conceded in the last 9 games. We're now 12th on 27 points. One of 4 teams on 27 points as well, along with Southampton, Watford and Leicester. We're 3 points off the playoffs. That's Stoke, who are in 6th on 30 points. And we're 10 points above the relegation zone, which is Portsmouth on 17. It is worth mentioning that...
So close, though, isn't it?
Tight league this year. Tight league. I think 6th to 20th is separated by 10 points. So a few wins in a row and you're right up there. A few losses in a row and you could end up tumbling down. Derby is the one I've used. Prime example I've used is Derby. They were down around the relegation zone. They started stringing wins together. They catapulted themselves to just outside the playoffs. They've then gone on a relatively poor run of form and they're back down to 15th. That is literally what can happen at this time of year in a league like the Championship.
It's a lot of pressure this time of year, isn't it, with all the game runs that happen?
Yeah, it is 100%. And we've just got to keep on because we are doing a lot better than I thought we would. If I am being completely honest, I feel like
we're 12th, aren't we?
Yes, 12th.
Which is what I predicted. That's where we.
Is that what you said? Is it? So, So what you're looking for your prediction to be correct is to stay
Well,
12th.
might be nice going a little bit higher, but
Yeah, not to be
Just
greedy, but
just don't go any lower.
what we are going to revisit this question over and over and over again. But we've seen the amount of games we've seen. We're coming up to Christmas. We're coming up to starting to play teams for the second time this season. That's not far away. We're knocking on that door. A lot of the teams that we are playing now, we're going to be, the way the league works, and way every league works, it's really weird. So we're going to play Blackburn again very soon. We're going to play Preston again very soon, and that's how it works when it flips around. Are you feeling 12th is where we belong at this moment? And now, don't be flippant and say, well, that's the points we've got, so that's where we are. I mean, based on performance... Yeah, I know. I know you too well. Based on performances, are you like, yeah, we're where we should be. I'm happy where we are. I want to be higher. I don't... where are you at the moment?
I genuinely think that we are maybe not where we deserve to be. I believe we could be I deserve to be slightly higher.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really happy with 12th. I mean, I predicted 12th for the end of the season. So, to be there, now it's good. We just have to be like consistent and keep going and and just don't start conceding goals.
Yeah, I think I would like... I'm with you. I think 12th would be fantastic for our first season back in the Championship. I would have no qualms with that. Based on what I've seen already and how the team are starting to click together at times.
Gel.
Yeah. A couple of players back from injury, which I think are going to be vital over the next few weeks. And I would like to see us stretch it and sort of push on, because I think it's there. I think it's there for us to push on. I'm not saying playoffs, not jinxing it, but I think we could be a little higher than we are.
Yeah.
We just need to keep rolling. As long as we're not losing, I'm happy. Who likes watching their team lose? No one. And we haven't seen us lose since Stoke. Unfortunately, we were there. But you don't want to see your team losing, and we're not. So long may it continue. I
forgot that we've been to Stoke.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think you just sort of wipe it from your mind.
Well,
really,
no, I just can't remember. It feels like a lifetime ago since I've been to a football match.
Well, that was October. That was mid-October. It was just after my birthday, and we're almost into mid-December now, so we're almost looking. The last time we lost is nearly 2 months ago.
It's good going.
In the league, obviously, we wipe that EFL Cup defeat from our minds. But a fancy EFL update for everybody who cares. There are lots of you in the league, so we have Alexander Wilcox in first. I keep
thinking.
He knows.
The name?
No, don't know.
No.
It's Xander to his friends. He goes by Xander to his friends. Or, I think...
Sandy? Because Sandy, who works for Wrexham FX,
yeah,
he's Alexandra.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, Xander, he's known by... From his very close friends, they call him Professor X. But there we go. Second is Ben Parker. And third is Ian Dougal. So Ben and Ian have swapped places this week. It's very tight. There's 1 point in between them two. Alexander's off in the distance at the moment.
Not too much.
He's almost 50 points ahead. That's almost a week's worth of points.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, people are getting between 50 and 80 points a week. So it's, they're almost drifting into being a week behind Alexander at the moment. So we'll see how that develops. Christmas is always an interesting one for Fantasy EFL because usually you sort of get quite a bit of changes and people put players in and they don't play, and there's lots going on over Christmas, so it can change quite quickly. Look, we got 2 games coming up this week. First or second, Siân?
I'll do the first.
Okay. Tell you what, you can do them both and I'll just chip in. How's that?
Yeah, okay. So I love it when he
Sorry,
chips in.
such an effort for you.
Okay, so the first game we are is the 20th league game of the season.
They're not 20th in the league, no?
No.
No. Okay. Sorry.
We play them on Wednesday, the 10th of December, away at the MKM Stadium, which is 148 miles away, which is about 2 hours, 45 minutes, depending on traffic. Capacity, don't know why I did that.
No,
capacity is of the stadium is 25,586. We have sold, we haven't sold. We were allocated 2,306. And at the point of recording,
They have not sold.
They have not sold. So they were founded in 1904. They finished 21st in the championship last season on 49 points, only surviving relegation on goal difference.
Yeah, so it was them and Luton. They both ended up on 49 points. Hull survived. Luton were relegated due to the goal difference. So yeah, that's
damn goal difference.
Tough, that, innit? Tough, that. It's a tough one to say.
They've made it to the Premier League on 3 separate occasions, but they've never lasted more than 2 seasons before being relegated back to the Championship. Last time we played them was a 3-3 draw in August at the racecourse. We were 3-1 down, and Ollie Palmer scored 2 in a minute. That was just mental.
That was mental. That was like
that
was Ollie's sign off, wasn't it? That was pretty much his
last
game.
It felt like it as well, didn't it?
Yeah, and he came. I think he came off the bench. I think.
Yeah, he did.
I can't remember. And he scored. It was like the 91st and the 92nd minute. We were 3-1 down. Bang, 2 goals in a minute. Brought it back to 3-3, and then we beat him on penalties to go through to the next round.
But the last league games that we've played them, it was in the 04-05 season. We lost 2-1 away to them and then drew 2-2 at the racecourse. They play in amber and black, and their nickname is the Tigers.
Rawr.
Never do that again.
I won't.
Never ever do that.
Rawr.
Yeah.
I did it. Rawr.
That just gave me the ick.
Rawr.
Ick. So they lost 4-1 away at Middlesbrough on Friday night.
No, they were at home.
Were they?
Yeah, so they were at home on. Yeah, I know, I put away. Feel like I've thrown you under the bus there, but they were at home. They lost 4-1 at home to Middlesbrough.
Ooh.
Got battered. Yeah.
So they're 9th in the Championship, on 28 points at this moment in time. They've won 8, drawn 4, lost 7. So their last 5. They've won 2 and lost 3.
Yeah, home games, they played 10, won 5, drawn 2, lost 3. So they've got Ollie McBurney. We all remember him. Used to play for
McBurney.
Yeah, so he scored against us in that Sheffield United game. I feel like we're referring back to that on a few occasions. So we had Daniel Jebison played on Saturday for Preston.
Did you say Jack Daniel then? What's his name?
Daniel Jebison.
I'm sure you said Jack Daniel Jebison.
I might have stopped saying something. I think I said back. So it definitely didn't say.
It sounded like
and
you
then
said Jack Daniel.
Yeah. So we keep referring back. I said, yeah, that's what I said. So Daniel Jefferson, who played for Preston, he played in that FA Cup game at the racecourse for Sheffield United. He was the player who got sent off in that game.
Yes.
Ollie McBurney also played in that game, which is what I mean. We seem to keep referring back to that game for some reason at the moment. Ollie McBurney scored in that game. He scored the first goal when he was playing for Sheffield United. He's obviously at Hull now. He scored 6 goals this season. He's not scored since September, but he's had time out with injury during October, but he is now back. So
he is back.
One to keep an eye on, definitely. Used to play for Chester as well, if you wanted to hate him anymore. Joe Gelhart is the other one, midfielder, 10 goals this season. He's on loan from Leeds. We were actually linked with him when he was due to go out on loan. Obviously, he never came to us. He went to Hull. He scored in 8 of Hull's last 10 games. So he is banging form. Including, I think he got the winner at Stoke in the last minute. So to score in 8 out of the last 10 games, a huge danger player and somebody we definitely need to keep an eye on Wednesday night. Prediction, Siân?
Let's go 3-2.
That smile you did, you went, let's go 3-2. You looked slightly insane when you looked at me then. I'm going to go for 1-0 Wrexham. I think this is going to be tight.
Boring.
What do you mean boring? I went for 3-2 for the Preston game. And now, because I'm not allowed a little 1-0 in there. Come on, woman. Watford. Anyway, come on, take it away.
So Watford will be our 21st league game of the season. We're at home at the racecourse. I will be there. Oh my God, I cannot wait. It's on Saturday the 13th of December. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff UK time. Watford were founded in 1881. They finished 14th in the Championship last season on 57 points. Have been in the Premier League on a few occasions. Most recently, the 2021 season, 22 season. COVID era.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, after really, isn't it? That was after COVID.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we were still playing. Maybe a bit in 21, but I think we were COVID behind closed doors football in 2020.
2020, 19.
Oh,
yeah.
20. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
So last time we played them was in 97-98, in the 97-98 season. We drew 1-1 at home and lost 1-0 away. So they play in yellow and black, and their nickname is the Hornets. Have you got a noise for the Hornets? Bzzz. Christ. So they beat Norwich 3-2 on Saturday. 13th at the moment on 27 points.
The same points as us.
Yeah, so
they're just one place behind us on that pesky goal difference.
So they've won 7, drawn 6, lost 6. Their last 5, they've won 2, lost 2, and drawn 1. So for away games, they're the second worst. They have the second worst away record in the Championship currently.
Yeah, they've only picked up 6 points on the road this season. Second worst in the Championship. The only team worse than them is Portsmouth on the road this season. But bizarrely, they have the second best home record this season. So, yes, look, they're away on Saturday when they come to the racecourse.
So let's go mental with the predictions.
Yeah, but let's not take that in isolation, because they also have the second best home record. So they have the performance in them, is what the point I'm trying to make here. But they're just not, for whatever reason, they're not translating that to away games. But at some point, with these well-established Championship teams that have been in the Premier League, especially recently, you have to fancy that at some point they're going to put that right. And the form home and away
Let's just hope it's not on Saturday.
Going to start. I called it three weeks ago. I said Sheffield United will end up in the playoffs. That is what I said. They were in the relegation zone. I said there is no chance with the quality they've got that they do not sort themselves out. And they are absolutely flying now.
Where are they now?
They've won the last 4 in a row. I think they're up to something like 15th, something like that, or 18th.
That was a weird noise that you just
I know, I don't know what that was. They've won their last 4 in a row. The only team to have won their last 4 in a row. They hammered Stoke on Saturday, 4-0. For me, they are the absolute form team at the moment. So my point here is don't let league positions dictate how you feel going into a game. You've always got to look at the form. Sheffield United flying. Just for anyone who's wondering, we're playing them on Boxing Day, so that's coming up. Not looking forward to that anymore. I was looking forward to that. Absolutely not anymore. Because they look fantastic. They look... I would say, I've watched them, and I would say they look better than Coventry at the moment. They look...
Well, Coventry lost at the weekend, didn't they?
They did. They lost 3-0 away at Ipswich. But yeah, for me, they look the best team in the league at the moment, Sheffield United. So watch out, they're coming. That's all I can say.
They're coming to the racecourse on the 26th of December.
That's not how I meant it, but, but yes, they are, yes.
I've totally lost where I was.
I think their away form, they've played 9. They've only won 1 out of them 9 away games. They've drawn 3 and they've lost 5. This week I've picked out Imran Louza. I don't know exactly how you say his name.
Sounds right.
6 goals from midfield. One of the main reasons that I picked him out, he is an fantasy EFL regular in my team. He is, I think, he's currently in the team now. He plays most weeks for me. He is a bit of a point machine. If I'm honest,
They're giving you little tactics. Not that they're working for you, but
not particularly. No. So, but yeah, he is definitely a regular in my fantasy EFL team. The other one, do you want to read the other one out?
I try it.
Go on.
Luca Kajurumgard.
No. Kurumgard.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's Luca Kurumgard, 6 goals, including 2 on Saturday against Norwich. So he's a striker, definitely somebody who's starting to hit a little bit of form as well. But they were playing at home, and there is a bit of a sort of like, bit of a swing between their home and away form. So, like I say, I do sort of fancy them to. It's very hard to understand a team playing so well at home and not being able to translate it into away performances.
We did it last season.
Yeah, you have to fancy at some point they will put that right.
And we did.
Let's hope that isn't on Saturday.
Which is what I said earlier.
Yes.
Predictions.
Why
are you having a think? I've gone 3-0.
Have you? Okay, interesting. I'm going to go 2-1.
I fancy it.
Fancy it, yeah?
Fancy it.
Full on. Okay. All right then. Look, if you would like to support the show, you can do so in a couple of different ways. You can like and subscribe to this or any of the videos that we put out there on YouTube. Subscription is so important to us. It's absolutely free. Just click that button, click the bell. You'll always get notified when our new episodes come out. If you enjoy the podcast, then why not leave us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you leave it. If you don't think it's 5 stars, that's fine.
Skip over it.
Skip over it. Don't bother leaving a review. It's fine. You can also buy us a coffee, and you do that by visiting buymeacoffee.com/me the wife. If you're watching on YouTube, that's down on the screen for you now. If you're listening as a podcast, I've stuck it in the description for you, just so you don't need to get a pen out and write that down. It's there for you. We also do YouTube lives. That is before every game and after every game, as long as I'm not working. That's the general rule, that we do that. You can support us by using Super Chat, which we had Karen, Nicole and Steve Barton who did that on our YouTube lives this week. So massive thank you to you guys. Look, if you do want to contact the show, you can do that in a few different ways. You can comment on this video on YouTube. You can click contact the show at the bottom of the description if you're listening as a podcast, or you can find us on social media at Me The Wife Pod. I've just found a way of not reading all of the social media out. So we are at Me The Wife Pod on all social media now. So that's how you can search us, or you can email us at methewifeandwrexhamafc@gmail.com. Quick shout out for Dragon Chat. It's a mental health peer support group. They run 2 weekly Zoom calls. One is on a Monday at 8 p.m. and that is for women. The other is on Thursday and that is at 7 p.m. and it's for men. Go to the Wrexham AFC website, search for the Communities tab and scroll to Health and you'll find Dragon Chat in there. Alternatively, you can look in the description of this video if you're watching us on YouTube and you'll find all the details of how to get on them calls. They also meet up in person in the Dragon Chat room at the Wrexham Miners Project at 1 p.m. before every Saturday home game and 6:15 for the midweek games. Quiz time. My jaw's hurting. All that talking then.
Yeah, my hip's starting to hurt.
Oh, well, it's good because we're at the end.
Uncomfiness.
That's fine. I think we're about to hit the hour mark.
Yeah.
So that's probably your limit. So
Yeah.
I have tried to sort of talk a bit quicker this week. So apologies if that was too quick. I don't know if I did. Was it noticeable?
Really, that's just your general talking speed.
Okay.
To be honest.
All right then. So quiz time. We love a 1-all. We love a 1-all. We're Wrexham FC. We love a 1-all. Anyway, that's the name of the quiz this week. So we drew 1-all with Preston on Saturday. It was our 6th 1-all draw of the season. This is a 1-question quiz this week. I'm not sure we've ever done this before, but it is. It's a 1-question quiz. There are 5 points on offer. Apart from Preston, name the other 5 teams we have drawn 1-all with this season.
Middlesbrough.
Correct.
Leicester.
Correct. Would have been disappointed if you wouldn't got that. We were there.
We beat Millwall. QPR.
Wrong. So you can only answer 5 times. I didn't say that, but you can because you could literally go through every team that we've played.
Yeah.
So QPR is wrong. We lost 3-1 to QPR at home.
So how many more guesses have I got now?
You've got 2 more guesses, so you can get 4 out of 5.
West Brom.
No, we lost 3-2 to West Brom. At home, if you remember. You have 1 more
Stoke.
guess.
They beat us, didn't they?
Stoke beat us. Have another go. Come on, we've literally just been talking about that.
Oxford.
No.
We beat Oxford, didn't we?
We beat Oxford 1-0.
Okay, one more go.
Go on then.
Ipswich.
No, we drew 0-0 with Ipswich. Do you want to... right, you got 2 out of 6 in the end.
Yeah, I give up.
Okay, so think about this. We had 3 games in a row that we drew 1-all. And they were Derby, Leicester and Birmingham. They were 3. We also drew 1-all with Middlesbrough. And how you didn't get this one, I'll never know. Last week, we drew 1-all with Blackburn.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. 2 out of 5. I felt like that was nailed on 5 out of 5 for you.
Yeah.
Wasn't though, was
I
it?
think that says more about you than it does about me.
Maybe it does. I've realised as well, one thing about me while I was doing this quiz was I think I want to have a go at something at the end of the season. I think I want to do a quiz, a 46-point quiz.
Oh.
No. Where you ask me to tell you the score from every game from the season. Just from you go, right, home. Southampton away, I'll tell you. West Brom at home. Sheffield. So you go through them in order and I will tell you the score. Because I do know them now. So we lost 2-1 to Southampton.
Yeah,
we lost 3-2. We're not doing it, but I know. Literally, I could go through every game and tell you what the score was. I would love to have a go at that at the end of the season.
Okay.
So we'll give that a go.
Before we say goodbye,
Yes.
Obviously, as people know, we do record on a Sunday, and I would just like to say from Ryan and I, a massive happy birthday to Sarah.
Oh yeah, happy
It is
birthday,
her
Sarah.
birthday today. So
Oh, is that yesterday?
happy birthday for yesterday.
Yes.
I should have just said that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but
But it depends when she watches it.
Everyone knows we record on a Sunday, though.
Happy birthday for last Sunday, because she might not watch this till the middle of the week.
Yeah, Sunday the 7th.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Look, thank you very much for joining us this week. We hope you have a great rest of the week. Christmas is coming.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, if you like. I got annoyed with Christmas this week No, I love Christmas. I love it. But
Well, humbug.
Coca-Cola are attempting to ruin Christmas.
Why?
With their stupid AI, CGI, computer-generated adverts. Do you remember when they used to have actual adverts? And now that people are just
The way of the world, though, darling.
It's disgusting. I hate it. And they've really ruined it. I'd rather they just didn't do it. Whenever that advert comes on, I'm turning it off. Because they've ruined it.
You always knew it was nearly Christmas when the Coca-Cola truck
yeah, but
came on your telly.
Yeah, well, it's going off every time it comes on now.
We don't watch adverts anyway, so...
We absolutely do not know. Right. Thank you very much for joining us, guys.
Have a good week.
Have a good week. Join us for our pre-game live and final whistle against Hull. And again on Saturday against... Watford, that's the one. Thanks for stepping in because I'd completely forgot who we were playing. Yeah, have a great week. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.